What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm continuing the trend of showing off new Regulation D Pokemon, this time with Sneasler. This is the Hisuian evolution of Sneasel, if you weren't aware, and it just has so much going for it. I'm going to go over the team and detail all my decisions on it, but if you already know what everything here does, or you just want to skip to the action, just check out the timestamps below. And of course, I'd really appreciate any likes or subscribes if you're enjoying the content. Anyway, let's talk about Sneasler. This thing has so many positive points, but we'll start with its ability Unburden. This doubles its already very respectable speed when it consumes its item. So what we can do is drop it on a team with Indeedee that sets Psychic Terrain and give it a Psychic Seed. So right off the bat, we're rocking +1 special defense and +2 speed before the game even starts. And it already has amazing power with a base 130 attack stat, and we can push that even further with Swords Dance, and that synergizes really well with Indeedee Redirection. The 3 attacks we have give us great coverage into pretty much everything. There's not much that walls this thing. Close Combat and Terra Acrobatics are stab and have 120 and 110 base power respectively. We're effectively itemless, so we get that boost on Acrobatics. And then its signature move, Dire Claw, is not as strong, but it has a 50% chance to inflict a random condition. Plus just strong poison coverage isn't super common, so it's a pretty good tool. And then finally, the last bit of spice here is we're running this thing very bulky, which you can check out on the paste. Despite its terrible natural bulk, this Sneasler can actually take an Urshifu Surging Strikes if it's not carrying Mystic Water. And being adamant means that that high base attack stat is doing even more work for us even if we don't get the Swords Dance off. We're still running enough speed that we beat Booster Iron Bundle with Unburden, and we creep things aimed at that Booster Iron Bundle when they themselves have Tailwind. So all that extra bulk and power usually doesn't really have any drawbacks on the speed side. So yeah, it just tells you how much overkill this thing's speed with Unburden is. Now, with all that said, teams with even faster Mons and Tailwind can make Sneasler sad, which is why the rest of this team is actually hard Trick Room to deal with that that concept of frail hyper offense. Sometimes we'll just go hard Indeedee Hatterene off the bat, or sometimes we'll have Sneasler do as much damage as it can in the lead, and then we'll set up Trick Room as it goes down, and we'll sweep with our slow Mons in the back. You might also notice Hisuian Lilligant here. Honestly, this thing isn't my playstyle. I don't love leading with it, but I think it just puts on so much pressure at team preview. You have that threat of the fast Chlorophyll Sleep Powder after you Eruption, or just, you know, Solar Blade and Close Combat and Sun off of a high base physical attack. Like, there's a bit of overlap with Sneasler, to be fair there, but I think the thing just puts on so much pressure at team preview, it makes your opponent not necessarily be able to execute their game plan turn 1. Just the idea that it could be coming out. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth having on the team, and if that's more your style, you can definitely lead Lilligant Torkoal and just go to work with it. Anyway, that is the team. This week's a little quicker, but let's jump into some games and see what Sneasler can do here. Alright, we found our first match against Hector. What do we got here? Ooh, Charizard. That's pretty cool. I don't see that very often. Okay, so Charizard Torn, it's got to be Sunny Day stuff. That would make sense because it'll activate Proto on Flutter and Great Tusk. I think this is a fantastic Sneasler plus Indeedee lead game. Basically what we have here is that they are going to be forced to choose between Tailwind to go faster than us when we have Unburden, or Sunny Day to actually get power on their stuff, right? So Sneasler with its special bulk especially will be great for, basically that's an option select for us, right? As for the back, I think we want to just have a Trick Room mode in the back would be fine, because this is a pretty fast team, honestly, and like if they do set that Tailwind, then we can just move that against them. So Hatterene and then either Torkoal or Ursaluna. I think either works, to be honest. Torkoal kind of helps them with the weather, so I think I like Ursaluna here. Yeah, this should be good. So I think the general idea is we just get as much damage down with Sneasler as possible, and then hopefully set Trick Room either with Indeedee or with Hatterene when it comes out in the back, and then sweep with Hat plus Ursa. But, you know, if they're smart, they can definitely play around our Trick Room, potentially have, like, Imprison on Flutter main. We're just going to have to see what they go with. And it's just a Charizard Torn lead. Okay. Oh, I love the new model now. That looks so much better than when it was forced to stay flying before. Okay, so yeah, so pretty much what I was talking about earlier, right, is that they can either go Sunny Day to activate Solar Power and have some real strength, or they can do Tailwind to actually attack before us, since we have this Unburden boost, right? And they probably don't even know that we're not max speed, because normally Tailwind would not make Charizard fast enough. So I think we just go for a Helping Hand Acrobatics here. I don't think this is a game where we can get Swords Dance off. This is going to be off of our high base attack, which is Adamant, with a Helping Hand, with a Terra Stab boost, base 110 because we've used the Psychic Seed up. And Charizard is not known for being particularly bulky, especially on this team that looks like super hyper offense. So I think we're just going to pick up an Oko here, but let's go ahead and see. If they go for Tailwind, they'll get some chip off, but don't forget we have that Psychic Seed boost. Oh, no Tailwind or Sunny Day. Okay, take that. Beautiful. Oh, that's so good. Dead Charizard. I guess Torn just attacks then? Yeah, oh, we should eat this up because we have the +1 to special defense. Yeah. So good. No speed drop. No speed drop. Beautiful. Okay. Now they bring out the Great Tusk. I feel like the obvious play is to Acrobatics it. It's probably going to Terra. Like, Ground would make it neutral, Steel would resist. I think we just do it, though, get the damage down, and let's set the Trick Room with Indeedee. So I think the general idea is here they can kind of nuke our Sneasler. Probably with a rock move. And honestly, the fact that we are Terraflying means that maybe they can't really even do damage into us. Let's find out. Okay, Terra Ground, so this is just going to be a neutral hit. And for what it's worth, Great Tusk actually has great physical defense, so we are 100% not picking up a KO here. But the hope is that they just take out Indeedee, actually. Well, maybe not, because we want the Trick Room. Oh, the double miss on Bleak Wind. Okay, and then Terra Ground EQ. I mean, that's not going to hit Sneasler, so you... Alright, I mean, I guess they didn't want the defense drops from Headlong. It makes some amount of sense. Actually, that Bleak Wind miss might have mattered, although Trick Room may only kind of help us here. I think we just attack again with Sneasler, and then we can follow me away. I don't know who we attack. I think Torn, just to make it so Dazzling picks up next turn. We just follow me away so we get the free switch in, but Psychic into the Great Tusk could be good because we have Terrain, Stab, and their special defense is very low. I think we might even pick up a KO if we go this route. Let's see. Oh, not quite. Okay. I mean, Indeedee's pretty weak. I mean, they're just locked into EQ. Maybe it genuinely is a Scarf on there. Alright, well, I mean, we still get the free switch in, and we have 3 more turns of Trick Room to work with, so I kind of love this. Bleak Wind, a single target, but we still have that special defense boost, so we're doing great. And then an Acrobatics into the Torn. I don't think this is going to pick, but it's going to do a lot. Yeah, okay, Sneasler has put in so much work this game. Now we can just bring out Hat and Dazzle. I think that'll just double KO, actually. And I think we should swap into Ursa. We'll get a free Flame Orb proc as the turn ends, and as we pick up double KO. Or they could Protect. Oh, never mind. That's game. I think the writing was on the wall there. Good game to my opponent, and let's try to get another one in, maybe with Swords Dance. Okay, we are up against a player named Pankso, and they've got a pretty interesting bulky team here. So, I'm kind of just forcing it, but I haven't gotten a good game with Lilligant yet. I feel like it might be able to do something here, right? Like, only Ceruledge really wants to go for Terra Grass on this team, right? So we can sleep a lot of stuff, potentially do like a Lilligant plus Indeedee lead. Just kind of spread Sleep Powders, get Trick Room up, and then let Ursaluna and Torkoal sweep. Although that's really not what Lilligant's about, right? Like, it can do the Sleep Powder, but I feel like Hisuian Lilligant's more about being able to smack things with Solar Blade, and there's not even a single Solar Blade weakness on this team. I think I really am forcing it. Actually, this is such a bulky setup team that I think I kind of like just going Sneasler again. Because we have our own Swords Dance, right? So if they go for screens and set up with any of their setup mons, there's like 3, maybe even 4 on this team, we can just outmatch them and follow me away, and then get Trick Room up in the back. They may even set their own Trick Room because we're going to be fast. So like Torkoal or Ursaluna in the back seems really good. Yeah, let's lock in. I didn't realize how low on time I was. Okay. I don't know if y'all can hear my cat squalling in the background, but he's there. Alright, Grimmsnarl, Glastrier. Yeah, this couldn't be any more perfect for us, honestly. Glastrier has no spread moves. I think everything it does is going to have to hit Indeedee's Rocky Helmet too, right? So we can just follow me Swords Dance. They could go Iron Defense, they could go Bulk Up, but if they go Iron Defense, we'll just have to target around it. So yeah, I think just follow me Swords Dance. I expect them to go for Reflects too, so we're just gonna have to like outset up them. Okay, Terra. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I was considering a close combat into Glastrier, but yeah, just Terra Poison. I mean, honestly, with Reflect plus the like, actually, I don't even know if they run Weakness Policy anymore. That might be my Sword and Shield brain talking, but yeah, I'm glad we didn't take the bait there. Follow Me Swords Dance is going to be the best possible move for us, I think. And Misty Terrain on Grim. Oh, I see where they're going with this. They wanted to stop Dire Claw from getting a status off, which is pretty smart. They also opened themselves up to be able to do prankster stuff to us now because Psychic Terrain is gone. But yeah, stopping. This is gonna do nothing in New Duty, right? Yeah, take that Rocky Helmet chip. It also means they can't really T-Wave us because it prevents status conditions. So yeah, I see no reason not to just follow me and let's get the Grim off the field. Honestly, I feel like they could just go for a screen here. We can limit them to one screen at least. They'd probably do Reflect, and then we can stop Light Screen so Torkoal can sweep in the endgame. Oh, just Parting Shot. Well, okay. Well, Follow Me does double duty here. So what are we hitting with this Dire Claw? It's a pretty low base power, but it is +2. It is stab. It is off of how strong Sneasler is, so I feel like it's still going to smack. Cresselia. Oh, Cresselia levitates, so no terrain bonus for you. There's Sleep. Nice. That is as good as that could have physically gone. And then Heavy Slam. That'll do more than Stomping, but yeah, no, we're doing great. That Glastrier is hurting itself almost as much as it's hurting us. So from here, I think +2 Acrobatics should be in range. Like, Glastrier should be in range of that. So we can swap in Ursaluna and get a free Flame Orb proc, and then just kill the Glastrier with Terra Acrobatics. And that Cresselia took the sleep on the switch in, which means it hasn't even taken one of its guaranteed sleep turns yet, right? So, yeah, there's no danger of Ursaluna taking any damage for this. And we can reset our terrain later. I know Glastrier is really tanky, though, so I'm kind of putting some faith in this, but it's +2, it's base 110, it's stab. Like, I would be so shocked if it didn't pick up from this range. Let's go. Alright. So far, Sneasler has picked up 1 KO, done 50% damage, and sleep to their support mon at that. And there's Cresselia's first guaranteed turn of sleep. Okay, Grimmsnarl coming out. I think I want to get Psychic Terrain back on the field to stop a Parting Shot, and then we can just keep blasting away with Sneasler, honestly. What do they have to switch in here? I think Acrobatics is the safest one. Fighting technically resists poison, if I recall, so yeah, this and it's just higher base power, and nothing else would, like, everything else would be affected by Misty Terrain. They could reset it. I think this is just, like, the safest play possible. Okay, no more Parting Shot for you. Oh, and they read me. Okay. That is cute, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter. Actually, now that I think about it, it didn't matter to begin with because I was flying. Yeah, anyway, I'm okay with this because we can just follow me away Parting Shots in the future. It wasn't a huge deal. Even if they had done the Parting Shot to my flying Sneasler, I would have still been +1. I'm pretty sure I still would have picked off the Cresselia. And Urshifu, well, the Acrobatics into this is really obvious, so I think let's just try to read a Protect. If they don't, then they still have to hit Rocky Helmet. Let's go. I'm pretty sure this kills a Grimmsnarl if it doesn't put up Reflect. Alright. Is it Sash? Yes, yes it is. Okay, okay. But if it didn't do a Prankster move, so it's gotta be attacking. Well, just gonna kill itself on the helmet. Critical hit takes out Indeedee, but actually I'm more than fine with this because we get to bring out another attacker to go next to our Sneasler, because we are flying, so like a crit Aqua Jet maybe could pick us up or something. But not if we have Torkoal up, actually. So we can just set the sun and like completely shut down this Urshifu. Yeah, this game is pretty well over. From here, we can just double attack. Probably could have even clicked Eruption, honestly. But yeah, there's the forfeit. Good game to my opponent. Yeah, I'm really glad we got to see what Sneasler can do when it's given the chance to set up. It does equally well into like the frail fast teams as well as the bulkier ones like this. Okay, we are up against Wei. I don't know how you say that. This looks like a pretty hard meta team, to be honest. I'm really leaning towards the hard Trick Room mode, actually. I'm looking at this now, and the Intimidate and the typings on these mons just does not really benefit Sneasler or Hisuian Lilligant. Like, we're going to have not very effective damage with our CC, or not at all into half of them. Like, Acrobatics is going to be good into Urshifu and Rillaboom, but they can always intimidate us, and they can get rid of the terrain, so we don't really have a defense against Prankster Thundurus. Yeah, this is the kind of team that I think that you want the hard Trick Room for. Not even necessarily... This isn't the one that I built it for, but like, I was really thinking like hard Tailwind Frail Hyper Offense, but it definitely works against this kind of thing too. We have Terra Water on Hatterene to deal with Gholdengo. I think that is a big potential pain point for us, but yeah, and they're leading Urshifu and Gholdengo. So I think what we have to do here is follow me Trick Room and Terra Water the hat. We could go Terra Grass on Indeedee to live the Wicked Blow, but yeah, I was actually really hoping this thing would be Water Urshifu, but no dice. So we'll go with this. Hatterene is going to take a hit. Even if it resists it, single target Make It Rain is going to suck. But I think this is okay. Oh, great. Okay. I was actually really scared also that they were going to swap in that Rillaboom that they have to reset our terrain as we set Trick Room. That could have been very dangerous, because then they'd have potential like Fake Out plus Urshifu pressure. But I think this play is going to work out for us now. Yeah, just a Wicked Blow. Okay, well, we'll pop a Sash if that's what they were, thanks to our Rocky Helmet. Not a great trade, honestly, but the free switch in from Indeedee going down is just kind of classic hard Trick Room, so, you know, we'll take that. And they go for the Nasty Plot. Okay, so I did kind of waste my Terra here, to be fair, but I think that is okay. Now we can just bring out Torkoal, like, blast away with Eruption. Now, the fact that that was a Nasty Plot on Gholdengo, most of those tend to run Terra Water, so it could resist this Eruption, but that is why we can just go ahead and put a Psyshock into it. This is on terrain, and if they Terrastallize, if they don't Terrastallize, then the Eruption just kills, right? And if they do, then Psyshock on terrain with the Life Orb, if it hits neutral, it should just blast it. And they are going Terra on the Gholdengo. Okay, I think it's going to work perfectly. Again, I feel like you have to bring Rillaboom to something like this, right? And then you can, like, threaten Sucker Punches. Alright, well, Eruption kills Urshifu, and there's no way Gholdengo is slower than Hatterene, so let's see how well it takes this Psyshock on terrain. Beautiful. Okay, oh man, what a sweep. Honestly, this is a little dull, but I did want to show off the hard Trick Room mode in the team, so couldn't get easier than this. What are their last two? If it is Rillaboom, then I think they have a shot here, because they'll override our terrain, get Fake Out pressure, and have potential Woodhammer into Hatterene. So the game is not over yet, despite us being in a really good position, and it is Rillaboom. Okay, so yeah, we're not out of the woods yet. And Flutter main. Okay, which has the good special defenses, so yeah. But Psyshock hits physically. Yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, you have to fake out the Torkoal here, right? Like, there's no way you don't. We still have 3 turns of Trick Room. Yeah, like, they've got to fake out the Torkoal. So we can just protect that. And I could protect the Hatterene, honestly. But I think I'm just going to go for the Psyshock on Fluttermane. Because this will hit their physical defenses, right? So, yeah, like, Dazzle's going to do nothing to it, or not much anyway. But if we get this Psyshock off, then I think it might just nuke it. Yes, okay, that was a call. It's not on terrain, but beautiful. Oh, this was a clean sweep. A little bit boring for the last game, and I'm sorry about that, but like I said, I did want to show off this mode, and it just kind of shows how well this complements the matchups that that Sneasler does not do well here. We're just going to click our buttons. Trick Room still has 2 turns. This game's over. Good game to my opponent, and thanks so much for tuning in. I'll be back with some more Regulation D goodness next week. Until next time.